All right, Lyle, what car are we in today? What is this called?
This is a Subaru Forester, and this is Consumer Reports Car of the Year.
Car of the Year for this year, 2013?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
But this is a 2014 model, correct?
That's correct.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And I don't know how much you know about Subaru, so I'll start with the basics. All Subarus are all-wheel drive all the time. You don't have to put it into four-wheel drive or make any kind of adjustments. It's constantly an all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive differs from front wheel or four-wheel drive in that all four wheels are engaged all the time. Even if you have four-wheel drive, allegedly, you've only got one wheel engaged per axle, one in the front, one in the back, even though you can use all four wheels. So that's the advantage of the Subaru. The other thing it has is what's called a boxer engine. It's the same engine that's put into Porsches. It's a horizontally opposed engine, which means that the pistons go this way, they're horizontal to each other rather than in a V. So that engine sits very low in the engine compartment, gives the car a very low center of gravity, so it handles very car-like, even though it's a small SUV.
So with this is technically an SUV and not a crossover?
That's correct. This is a small SUV. Subaru does make a couple of different crossovers. They make an Outback and also an XV Crosstrek, but this is still considered a small SUV. And in fact, for 2014, they've done a couple of things. They've actually increased the angle of the glass, and turn right here, and made it a little bit taller. So one of the big advantages of the Forester is the visibility. They also took the mirrors out from here and put them on the body so that you have more glass to look at. And just in general, the way the car sits, you can see extremely well out of it.
Yes, it feels like this whole windshield is much larger than most.
Right. I've had a lot of people come in that have looked at other small SUVs in the same class, and they all had blind spots, and they didn't find that with the Subaru Forester. So all Subarus, including this one, obviously have hands-free. You can sync up your smartphone to the audio system. You can control that. It's voice activated, and you can control it from the steering wheel, so you never have to take your hands off the wheel. The stereo you can also control from the steering wheel. You can change the station, turn it up or down without ever having to take your hands off. It does have cruise control. You got a 6-speaker stereo in here. This particular Forester, this is the premium level, which is the second level up from a base model. What comes with that is you do get a rear backup camera starting with this trim level, as well as a panoramic sunroof.
Oh, now what makes it panoramic?
It's great big.
Ah.
Panoramic means great big.
Okay.
It will open all the way up and all the way shut. And I'll close it so we don't get too much sun here. I think we're kind of done with the windshield wipers now. So in the camera, when you get in reverse, the camera does display right here. You've also got how many miles to empty on there. That's 210 miles to empty. It's giving you 21.6 miles per gallon. That's deceptive because this car gets 24 city, 32 highway for a combined 27. The reason it shows lower than that is because a car that's coming off of the showroom floor, all we're doing is test driving it, and it takes more fuel just to start it up and drive it short distances. Whereas if you were driving this car every day, you'd get up more like upper 20s probably.
Oh, that's great. Save on gas.
Absolutely.
And how many people will this vehicle hold?
This one will hold 5 comfortably. It has 2 rows. It's very roomy. It's one of the things they did for 2014 with the Forester. They lengthened it as well as made it taller. Both cabin and cargo room are larger than they've ever been. The other thing that they did, one of the sort of complaints that they had from some Forester owners was the road noise. And what they did for 2014 to help that was they put noise dampening more insulation into the car, lengthened the wheelbase slightly so it's a much quieter ride than it's ever been in the Forester. They did that with a redesign on the Subaru Outback in 2010, put the noise dampening in, and it was very popular, and Outback was Subaru's most popular model. But this year with the noise dampening and keeping it quieter, the Forester is selling just about as fast as the Outback, and we are having trouble keeping them on the lot. The other thing that's nice about the Subaru engine It shows you where all of your fluids go in. All the things that you're ordinarily going to touch in here are readily inside here. You know, you've got your coolant, windshield washer, oil, brake fluid, etc. And the other thing that the do-it-yourselfers do really like, and is unique with the Subaru engine, is that's the oil filter right there. Anybody who's ever changed oil, usually the oil filter is down underneath and very difficult to get to, and it's right there on the Subaru. This particular vehicle does have the climate package, which gives it the heated seats as well as the heated side mirrors, which are nice in the wintertime so that you don't have fog on there. You can see what's coming up behind you. We do put nitrogen in all of our tires. If you notice, the stem there has a green cap on it. We put nitrogen in it. It stays the same volume. It doesn't expand or contract, so you know that if your tire pressure monitoring system goes off, you do have a problem and you need to get it in. One other thing that we do have on the mirrors here, if you see that little Subaru logo, that is a puddle light, or what they call an approach light. It just shines down here on the car, right down on the ground there, so that at night when you're trying to get into your car, you don't come in and step in anything that you don't want to. So in the back here, we do have a 60-40 split in the rear seats, so those seats will fold flat. And you can just fold this one over to here, or both of them, or just one of them. We do have a cargo net here, which just allows you to put some smaller items in there, keep them from kind of rolling around and causing a problem in the cargo area back here. Under here, we do have a little bit of hidden compartment space, so if you have something valuable that you don't want people to see in a hatchback, in a trunk, you don't ever have to worry about that, but in a hatchback like this or an SUV, people can see in the back, so this is a nice little extra space. And then your spare tires underneath there.
Spare tires underneath.